Welcome to Westminster, Green Borders Online magazine. It's World Downs Syndrome Day today, the 21st of March 2012, and I'm with a campaigner for justice for Hollie Greig. Belinda, can you please tell me about Hollie Greig?
Okay, Hollie, she's now 32 and she's got Down syndrome, which is why we're here today, because it's Down syndrome day. So it's a good day to celebrate Hollie because she's a very brave young woman. And she grew up in Aberdeen in Scotland, and unfortunately she had a rather troubled childhood because she basically is a victim of abuse. She was abused by her father and brother and then by some 20 other people. And because she's very bright, as well as having the sort of memory that Down syndrome people do have, they have a total recall sometimes, and she's also bright, so she remembers everything that went on in those sessions with those people. And it was quite...
How long ago was this?
It started in the early 90s, and
how long did it go on for?
It went on till about 2000 when she was 20. When she was 20, her parents' marriage broke up and she with her mum fled her...
Did she report this to the police?
Yes, I'm just coming to that.
Ah, sorry.
She fled with her mum to a women's refuge because her father basically was quite violent and abusive towards her mum and trying to get her mum locked up, sectioned. So the two of them fled, and it was when they were in the refuge that the truth about what Hollie had suffered in silence, in secret, all these years began to come out.
And what age was she when this happened to her?
She was?
What age was she?
She was 20.
20?
Yeah, so until 20, from the age of 6 when it started with her father, to the age of 20, she kept quiet all those years because, as paedophiles do, her father had said to her, if you breathe one word of any of this, your mum's going to get killed and your dogs will get killed and you'll probably get killed too. Hollie absolutely adores her mum and she loves her dogs, you know, almost as much. So this was why she kept quiet. She just endured it in silence.
So the campaign today is to get justice for Hollie?
Yes, so she basically, when she told her mum, they went to the police, reported it straight away, of course, like any mother would do. She was horrified. A lot of it had happened when her mum was out at work or on business or in the school where she was a pupil as well, unfortunately. So her mum all those years, she'd sort of felt there was something not quite right about, you know, Hollie's physical state, you know, but she took her to the family doctor a couple of times, and the family doctor, who was actually part of the network, said, this is normal for Down syndrome, Mrs. Greig, you know, I'm afraid to say there's nothing much we can do about this.
And you believe he was part of this?
Well, he must have been, because he covered it up and he didn't pass on the information. And then also, the school doctor also was reporting about Hollie. She had a sexually transmitted disease at age 10, and he tried to get the head teacher and basically the health authorities to do something about this, to investigate what's happening with Hollie. Why did she have a sexually transmitted disease?
So what's the situation today? Right,
okay, so basically since 2000, when they first went to the police, and the police confirmed with an internal examination that Hollie had been abused and repeatedly. After that first examination, nothing else happened. The police did nothing at all. This is Grampian Police up in Aberdeen. And so all these years there's been pressure on the Grampian Police to do what they should have done years and years ago, which is interview some of these people named by Hollie, and not just the alleged abusers, but there were also 7 other children who were part of the, were playthings for these people in this ring as well. And the police should at least have interviewed them. And they didn't even, well, they interviewed her father, who was the sort of ringleader from Hollie's point of view. He was the one that started it in her life. But then they let him go. So he's now living in Portugal with her brother, who was also initiated into the ring. So none of these people have been questioned by the police.
So how do you think we can get justice for Hollie?
Right. Well, just one other thing happened. About 3 years ago, a man called Robert Green, which obviously will resonate with you, came on the scene, and he's a very brave, morally principled man, and he heard about the story from a Scottish mutual friend, and he was so shocked that he decided that he would try and do whatever he could to campaign for them. So he started investigating, and he started going to all the authorities to tell them
what year was this? Did he start?
About 2009.
Right.
including the Down Syndrome Association itself.
And how's he getting on?
And he was getting on just fine, because under his watch, as it were, the campaign became more and more public.
Oh, lovely.
And things really started to take off, because the Scottish authorities became alarmed, and he was arrested, taken off the street in February 2010, because he was about to leaflet in the centre of Aberdeen about this paedophile ring. But he was already an election candidate by that time, because he was actually fighting on a ticket of Scotland against crooked lawyers. There's a lot of corruption, judicial corruption in Scotland. But even so, he was arrested, and 2 years later, we're now coming up to January 2012, the case at last came to trial, having been sort of kept pending all that time. And the sheriff in a rather remote little court off the coast of Aberdeenshire convicted him on the grounds of breaching the peace and also breaching his bail condition, because for 2 years he was under bail. So he's now in prison. And this has now moved the campaign up another big notch, because loads of people have heard about this, what's happened to this man being locked up for 1 year just because he's exposing paedophiles and, you know, trying to protect children and stop the activities of a paedophile ring, which is still at large and still abusing children. He's been locked up in Aberdeen prison. So we're getting on our website, you know, hundreds of thousands of hits now.
So if Green Borders viewers and readers want to help you, what's the website?
It's www.holliedemandsjustice, all one word, .org. And Hollie is spelled Hollie. So I'll repeat that, holliedemandsjustice, all one word, .org.
Okay, thank you very much. Justice for Hollie, Greig. This is a really disturbing story, and we must try and get justice for Hollie.
I tell you, if we get justice for Hollie, the story will have a happy ending. Not just for Hollie, but
how is Hollie today? How is she?
Hollie is with her mum. She's very happy with her mum. The two of them are inseparable. But unfortunately, the English authorities they now live in England because they had to leave Scotland because of being harassed. The English authorities in Shropshire are trying to separate Hollie from her mum and put her into care, on the grounds that this campaign is bad for her, which is completely rubbish. Hollie is very happy about this campaign and wants it to go on. She's the driving force of it. So.
Oh, listen, I wish you lots and lots of luck. David Barry, Green Borders, Justice for Hollie, Greig. Thank you very much.